They all over us, man.
Do you think the media matters that much, bro?
Yeah, yeah.
Where though?
Yeah.
When has the media ever mattered on?
Them coaches get keeping their motherfucking jobs.
Yep. Think about JaVale. In all seriousness, think about JaVale McGee. You don't think Shaq the Fool hurt him at all?
No,
Lewis.
I will argue
JaVale
after
McGee
Shaq the
hurt.
Fool, he made the most money in his career.
It gave an awareness, but people didn't take him serious though.
Lewis, that's because JaVale McGee hurt JaVale McGee.
Yeah, that was a bad one, Lewis. Like that
Hey,
is
that-
JaVale, bro.
hey,
No, because I think JaVale is good.
I would say I ain't know he had them fucked up moments because I won't watch him on no team. But Shaq pointed that shit out like, oh yeah.
When he was going
about
down
Lonzo?
What makes him
What
good?
about
What makes him
Lonzo
good?
What
Bro,
about
he was
Lonzo
getting
Ball?
fast breaks and running down there tripping over his speed. Like, come on. At this
Hold
point,
on, what about Lonzo? What point are you trying to prove?
You don't
Lonzo?
think that the media and the hype around him got him as high of a pick as he was in the draft?
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I think Lonzo was a solid number 2. I just don't think
Now.
yeah,
Bro.
no, I'm not on that one. I'm gonna agree with Lewis on that one, but the media definitely helped. I'm not saying his game was bad, but
No.
boy, that point
Answer-
helped him make that decision.
Answer this: who was the first pick that year?
That boy Markelle Fultz.
Okay, so but this is my thing though. Peep this. I don't even know how we got here, but
Hey,
peep this is my
OG
thing.
didn't think I was gonna know that one, y'all.
But think about it though. Why do we live in a world where they got to do immediate impact? Like he's only been in the league 4 years,
Mhm.
and to be honest, his game ain't really changed that much.
Yeah.
He just don't get valued on the teams he be on.
Based on the media, Zion
But is he bringing value to the teams that he's on?
Absolutely. If they could have kept him instead of Kyle Kuzma in LA, boy,
Been a wrap.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing. The NBA doesn't give people time to develop anymore. It's like you got to come in 2 years. If you ain't killing them, you out of there.
the OGs fucked that shit up, bro.
No major sports gives you time to develop because if you're gambling and you're a first round pick, they're thinking in their mind you don't need to develop. You're already there. That's why we paid you first round money.
And then you see people that make it work, like your Brons, your Kobe's, your KGs, and then you got your Mahomes boys, Lamars. They come right in the league. Let's get it shaking. Let's get it shaking. No fear. I'm running the league. Let's go. So
I think that window is more dangerous than. So I would change the argument to they don't give first rounders opportunities. I think the other rounds get more opportunities. But I think long term, bro, that might hurt Patrick Mahomes, bro.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if he gonna ever get. So I believe in timing. Do y'all ever think he gonna really make that Chiefs team like that again?
Yeah.
You can't.
I
think he will.
Yeah, I think he's like Aaron Rodgers, right? Like Aaron has his years where he's not so good, but then he resurfaces, and you can still see glimpses of his greatness. And it's Andy Reid,
I give you that. I'll give you that. I give you
And
that.
Brady.
But right now,
it was 10 years between Brady Super Bowls.
Yep.
Yeah, but he didn't really have down. See, but the fact that the Super Bowl is the standard, that don't make the year down.
But his division sucks, so it was automatic. Like gifts playoffs, gifts first round buys. Then they quote unquote cheated halfway through that shit and wasn't winning Super Bowls still.
Right.
And still won't winning Super Bowls.
That's true. What are the Chiefs missing? I don't even know how we got on this.
Offensive line.
There it is.
And Mahomes plays like Steph Curry.
What you mean when you say that?
Where he's so talented and he's so comfortable that he don't understand how the fuck shit he be doing can't like hurt the team. You remember Steph threw that pass behind the back in the finals?
Oh yeah.
But that's Steph though. You wouldn't expect Steph not to do that.
Yeah.
Like Mahomes thinks like, oh, I can just throw that jank. Like,
because he's gotten away with it for so long.
He has an issue checking the ball down.
Yes.
Issue like being regular.
Right.
I don't watch them enough to dissect them. I ain't know. I thought they were just bad.
No, he been bad. He been real bad.
Yeah, he's been inconsistent.
They defense too, though. I'm not gonna lie, their defense ain't been the best either.
Defense is trash.
They hurt though. Their defense hurt though, right?
Income sign your boy.
Man.
Who is he talking about?
On that note, what up, man? It's the Millennials versus the World podcast. It's another Monday. We back at it, man. So we gonna dive a little deep in this one too, man. So this episode is called Peaks and Valleys. This was actually another listener topic. So we touching on peaks and valleys, and we're gonna get on our high moments, our low moments, as far as self-esteem, how we was feeling, how we got through it. What do we do as adults to keep that about ourselves? What do we do professionally to keep that when we know what we're doing? How do we maneuver in certain environments versus other ones? So who want to take that first, bro? We can start with peaks or valleys, and you can do self-esteem or you can do whatever y'all want to, whichever way y'all want to flip it. But we're gonna hit every aspect of all those. Anybody for the taking, or y'all gonna make me go? I feel like when I go first, I talk too much.
Nah, I feel like you don't go first enough. Go ahead, start this one off.
So I'm gonna stab the peaks. I'm gonna stab the peaks first. I'm gonna start professionally.
Okay.
I think for me personally, where I'm at in life, I can never feel like where my career is enough. And I'm trying to find a balance of being really good at what I do and understanding that it comes with more responsibility and more opportunities, but finding how I can utilize that to make it work for me. I feel like what I'm good at, which is a peak for me right now, I'm really, really good at what I do in the classroom. But I don't know if I agree with the next steps of my career. I don't want to do those things. So I think being in this place where being a quote unquote hot commodity in my field, but the things they want me to do, I have zero interest in. And I understand I'm eventually have to go anyway, just so I don't go stagnant. But it's like right now I'm experiencing a high, but it doesn't take me where I want to go. So I'm having trouble maneuvering between, do I just stay really good at this, get my raise every year, get my bonus and just keep going? Or do I try to take this and turn it into something I know I can do, but it may not be the traditional route? Because I always say it never pays to be first. When you're the first at something, you always take the hit. So that's one of my peaks. I think in self-esteem wise, bro, like in my career, in my profession, you can't tell me anything. I shouldn't say that. Like I'm coachable, but I feel like I can figure anything out. Like I'm never fearful in information, teaching, lesson planning, data. Like none of those things are going to intimidate me while I'm frozen. But it's like I don't feel that way outside of there all the time. You understand what I'm saying? Like I can leave my place of work and immediately some insecurities may creep up that I know I'm good at. But in this realm, I never back down. But I get in the car and some way, somehow they come back in. So can y'all kind of touch in how y'all got to where y'all at and what it takes, how you feel about your current position, how you got there and where you want to go next?
Yeah, I'll go next.
Okay.
I think I'm in a similar place, man. I don't totally love what I do now. And I think the only part I love is I like the change. You know, one day I'm doing this, the next, I'm a project manager one moment, next moment I'm managing contracts, then go around the corner, I'm doing like software delivery, like all in the same breath, right? So and I don't like none of it, right? But I'm so, I guess, I'm not even gonna say good at it. I adapt so well, and I guess that's a trait that's hard to come by. That I'm willing to embrace the challenges and seek the appropriate information or whatever. So I think my self-esteem is high professionally, but I think it will be higher. And Keenan, tell me if you're the same way. If I truly wanted to do the shit, I think if it was something that I got out of bed and was like, let's go get it done today. I think my self-esteem and the amount of energy that I would put forward into it, I think it would probably be higher. And I think it would probably make my self-esteem outside of it higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm only doing it to provide for my family and stuff and, I guess progress professionally, but really it really ain't providing me nothing outside of that.
See, bro.
Because it wears on me.
Mm-hmm. I think where I got stuck in it, and I'm sorry, Jay and Luz, where I got stuck at to your question, I actually love what I do. I just think that what it wasn't set up for you to be a trailblazer and love what you do. Gotcha. It was set up to be a long-term, you never going to be, if you want to stay in here, you stuck here.
Right.
If you want to go up the ladder is the same for everybody, no matter how good. No, it's the same. It's like, damn, so y'all really ain't make this for people that's really passionate about it. You made this for what you see it as, and you never thought past people that actually come here and do their damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why you hear a lot of teachers complaining about like bonuses, salaries. It ain't that they don't love it. It's never adapted to what it should be for people that's good at it. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm sorry, but Lewis or Jay?
For me, I guess mine is kind of similar to what you guys are saying too. You know, I started out working on cranes, overhead crane equipment.
So lightly, like I started out working on cranes.
No. It's not light at all. But I'm about to get into the segue of how it differs for me. You know, doing that, and it was like full speed, like always on the road, constantly going in different places. You know, not only the travel life, but for me, it built my self-esteem because I would go in those power plants and go in those places, and I would be the only Black person in there. You know, and I'm young and I'm Black.
Only African American, bro.
Yeah, I had to catch myself. My bad, bro. I had to catch myself. The only Black person in there. Yeah. So then when I go in there, it's like I've never felt
about only African. Whoa, yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Oh, here Lewis go. Nothing.
What's wrong with me?
He don't even want it. He don't even want the smoke.
Hey, when Lewis go like this and say, "What's wrong with that?" That means he wants to smoke. I want
that. Respectfully bow out.
Nope, because I know he started with me. Nope.
And he was ready for all of that, boy.
Yeah. My bad.
But look, so when I went into those environments, it built my self-esteem because I was confident in the work that I could provide. I know exactly what I can do. I'm never intimidated by any situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So it was so fast-paced.
Mm-hmm.
Now, fast forward to my new job, it's more like a sitting behind a desk type vibe. I'm an electrician. I got to think more, looking more through blueprints and stuff, kind of like helping people over the phone. It's different for me because I'm so used. I'm going to take my new job kind of brought my self-esteem down because I'm so used to being so full throttle that I was going in there on 10, like what Mike was talking about. Hey, what's up? Like, what we going to do? They're looking like, yo, calm your hyper ass down, bro. Like, what are you on? like, bro, chill. I'm like, y'all have nothing for me to do. Like, I can't fix shit. Like, come on now. And then they like, yeah, like, you know, look. But then it goes back to what y'all were saying. Then I look at the system that they have and how they've been. It's been set up for them. I talk to those guys. The electrician that I'm working with, I'm 30. He's been working there for 40 years.
My God.
You get what I'm saying? I talked to the other guy, the lead mechanic. He's been working there for 42 years. Like, so you start realizing that, no, it's a system that I'm not used to that.
Yeah.
So it kind of lowered my self-esteem. I'm like, yo, did I make the right choice? Like, what am I doing? I know I sacrificed the time to be with my kids, but I just think about it like, man, like, did I really make the right decision?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's dope, Jay. Appreciate that, man.
Appreciate y'all.
But I think for me, I just had I had external motivators that were pushing me, and I also wanted to create a certain environment for myself, like put myself in a position or work at a place where I could feel like it's noble, where I feel like I could challenge myself and kind of feel have some pride in regards to what I did. A lot of trial and error in that. You know, I think where I am, I mean, I enjoy what I do. It's a little bit of those things. I could actually understand Mike's perspective being in the military. You kind of have a designated path. Understand what Jay is saying, where people like really are invested in this and like they stick with it. And I see people that work at like the banks for years, right? And it does get to a point where you're like, man, am I going to really do this for the next 20 to 30 years? Is this it? You know? And I struggle with that. I think we all do. But I think it's important for you to put yourself in the best position to where if that is what is the outcome, are you going to be able to accept that? And are you going to be comfortable with that financially, nobly, ego? If it's satisfying your ego to say you've done this, let's just keep it real for a certain amount of time. And I think I'm right at that point. I don't really know if this is the end game for me. I think my potential won't allow my intuition and my ability and what I think I'm capable of won't allow me to settle like you, K-Dot. But sometimes, I mean, it's got to be an end game. You know, my mom told me that once before, and I had to accept that. Like, at some point, you gotta have enough. I don't know. I don't know what that is yet.
How's y'all? This is a complete sidebar, but I want to know now. How is y'all work-life balance?
Now, my work-life balance now is good. Before it was terrible.
Because how important was that? So I'm asking that question to say, I heard 3 guys, well, 4 including myself, say, you know, I got
three.
Yeah, my bad, Lewis, because you won't talk about shit. Hey, look, so you're right. Us three was saying that, but the reason why I asked, the reason why I asked, sacrificing to get to those positions, did you sacrifice your family and moments to make sure that you were able to get here now to where you feel like your work-life balance is cool?
Yeah, I definitely, I start back off. I definitely sacrificed my family for the last 4 to 5 years.
That Lewis crazy, boy.
But I realized that in that sacrificing and in that moment, I saw the bigger picture, but I think it ended up hurting other things because I didn't realize how much damage it was doing by doing that. You know what I mean? Mentally, to me and to them. You know, like I said, for me, when I'm on that road, it's like people are like, oh, you living a life. It's like, no, that shit is like prison. Like you just in a hotel room, like 4 walls. It's just like, and you have nothing but time to think. And then you're thinking about, oh man, now I got to FaceTime my kids and watch them through FaceTime. And, you know, the same thing with my wife. And it's like over time that wears on you. So I knew I had to make that transition for me. And I think that my work-life balance is getting better now because I am home every night, you know, and I get to see them. So I think it's paying off. I hope down the line, and I'll never be able to tell this till they get older. I just hope down the line I didn't affect them too much.
For sure. That's dope.
Yeah, I think I do. I realized that when I was selling cars. I'll never forget my son started walking, and my wife called me at the dealership and told me. And I was like, damn, you know, it was like at 8 o'clock or something like that. I'm like, man, I'm missing this moment. And then his first birthday came, and it was a Saturday, and like I remember one of the managers was like, well, y'all can't move the birthday party. And I was like, damn.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, I couldn't work there, bro.
So yeah, so I was like, but that's the business, right? Like, you know, Saturday's a big day in the car business.
What day did you move the party to?
No, we had the party. We had the party.
I was about to say, if you move that party, Lewis.
No, I didn't. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't, you know, continue in the military. I missed his birth, you know, when I was gone. That night, man, was the night I think, Jay, you was there. Keenan, I know you were there that last night before I left. But that was the hardest day of my life.
Oh, yeah.
I would never want to experience like leaving my wife at the time, my girlfriend, but leaving her was the hardest. Knowing she was pregnant was the hardest thing I've ever done. So I never wanted to have that feeling again.
How you stay sane during that time?
Because I knew it was.
Did he freeze to y'all too?
Yeah.
I just look. It was just
a
day
Lewis,
until I got
froze,
back home.
bro. All you said because I knew, and then it cut out.
Oh, my bad. I knew that there was an end date for what I was doing because I was in the reserve, so I could always focus on just getting to that point and then, you know, enjoying my family when I got back.
Damn.
Yeah.
What about you, Mike?
That's man. It affected me too. It affects all of it. Me too. I know my last job, it was a lot of late night phone calls, you know, having to deal with, you know, whatever issues going on. And then this job, because I work so far away, man, that it cuts like my days in half. You know, I'm leaving by 5:30, 6 o'clock every morning. Don't get home till 5.
Oh yeah,
5 every evening.
God.
So and I'm so far away that I'm out of the picture if anything happens. Yeah. So Lewis, I totally understand it, man. That's the reason why I'm jumping ship, man. I need more control. I need more I need to take, if I'm gonna be completely responsible for this family thing, I need to be able to like decide all factors of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, so
do y'all think, let me ask y'all one question. I ain't mean to cut you off. Do y'all think that like mentally and physically, the situations that we're all in right now, and we're trying to maneuver and work hard and be a great provider and also be a great family man. Do y'all like honestly? I can speak for myself. I feel drained. Like, bro, I be feeling so drained to the fact that it's like I feel like that the people that I need to give my attention and energy to, I struggle. I have to coach myself. Like, come on, bro. Like, you need to go do something. You know, it's just draining.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you know what also makes it draining, Jay? That you always feel like you're behind. Like the cup ain't never like as full as you think it should be. So you feel like you need to do more. I need to do something else. Let me wake up. I know I want to take a nap, but wife sleep. Let me get up. Let me take a little pressure off her. So it like you drain on top of drain, and you just keep going to the point where you don't even recognize that you tired no more.
Jay, you speaking on like all your energy at the job, and then get home and you get home.
Yeah. Because we were talking about work-life balance, so I was trying to relate it to what you were talking about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you now. I will say I am good at this. I can disconnect from work easy, bro. Once you want to know what my first 3 years of teaching, something that they never told me was like, no, actually Brittany aunt taught me this. She was like, my first year of teaching, I bring papers home, I bring tests home, I would bring whatever home, I would bring my laptop. I still bring my laptop, but I would crack open the laptop. Like my thought process was get home as early as I could, but continue to work until 6. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then we was back home one day, and her aunt told me she educated too, was like, hey, don't bring none of that stuff home. I was like, why not? She was like, because you're not just bringing papers home. You bringing that emotion from that day. You bringing everything that you experienced at work. Believe it or not, you bringing it. Because what if you had a negative interaction with a kid and then you grading their paper, and while you grading their paper, you think about like, hey, bro, we got into it today, and it shifts your energy. And what I realize is, if I got to stay at work till 7 o'clock, I'll do that. But the second I crank my car up, no, I'm good, bro. I don't look. I took my email off my phone. Well, at my new job, I still got it right now because I'm still figuring stuff out. But my years 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, no email on the phone. Once I leave the building, 24 hours I'll respond to you. And I'm the type of teacher, I gave parents a cell phone number. So if you really need something crazy, you can text me. You can do whatever you need to do, because at the very end of the day, I'm still here to do a service. I'm still here to be the best at what I do. But bro, I disconnect easy. But I will say this, Jay, and this is probably transparency, probably to a whole nother level. My work-life balance challenge, it didn't challenge my marriage because Britt was cool. It challenged how I value myself. In my first 8 years of education, I would teach 2 after-school programs, coach, lift, photography, all this to go crazy. And I'm like, in reality, my head is above water, but in my eyes, I'm hustling, bro. I'm out here getting, Cameron just came in the last year. Right. So it's only her. So like, I'm thinking to myself, like, nah, I can do all this. Let me build this back up. And then I get my new job, and it eliminates all those extra factors. I don't have to do after-school program. I don't have to coach anymore. I don't have to do all those things, and everything works out. So I can come home now and not stress, because I didn't know how much I was stressing. I thought the running, doing lift 2 days during the week and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to get the bread, I thought that was like fulfilling. No, not at all, bro. Not at all.
Well, to add to that though, I think some of I ain't want to just jump in, but to cut some let me be clear. So I think a lot of it has to do with environment, because it was like the job that I have now, it's a regular 8 to 5, Monday through Friday type vibes, cool. Whereas before then, I had a work phone. I was always on call. So I couldn't disconnect, because every time I tried to disconnect, it's like my phone's ringing. Hey, we got a breakdown. I need you to go to, like, you can't disconnect from that. So even on my days off, I technically never had days off.
Yeah, I can resonate with that working from home. Like, it's, when you say bringing work home, work is home. So, it has its pros and its cons, because you do become more of an introvert. I like interacting with people. I like, getting people's energy. But then sometimes, I don't want to be around people. So I think it has its pros and cons. You don't have to get up and get dressed. You save money. But you save time, but you do lose that human interaction, which is, I think, extremely valuable. I think Keenan, to your point earlier, when you said lift, I thought you was going to the gym, but then I was like, nah, he mean driving. But anyway, I thought he was lifting weights. So I was like,
hey, look, Jay, all the next it's a shit from you to Lewis, bro. Y'all been texting each other like it's my week, bro.
I was like, Keenan was serious about the weights, wasn't he?
Hey, man. Hey, look, still out bench you right now. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, bro. My bad. Yeah, you're right.
That was good. That was a good one, though.
That was good.
But to your point about bringing work home, I think when I first got into it, it was hard for me to disconnect because it was a grind and I was trying to figure it out. And you kind of alluded to it a bit just when you were talking, like, hey, well, I do have it on this because I'm still figuring things out. I think once you're first going into your career and you're learning something new, I think it is important. There's that grinding phase where you're trying to learn and understand, so then you know how to plan your day in the 8 hours. So I think that's a part of the journey, take it home with you a little bit at first.
Yeah, for sure.
That's good, y'all. That's all good stuff, y'all.
But how do I want to say this? I don't want to sound like an asshole. Let's switch gears real quick because I ain't even go down that road. Let's switch gears. when I'm gonna go down it, but just not right now. Let's switch gears real quick. When we talk about like valuing yourself in the professional world, right? And Jay, we talked about this the other week. Mm-hmm. We can speak on marriages and friendships. As you value yourself more and value what you bring to the world, has that helped the relationships around you or hurt the relationships around you? Did it make them flourish or did it end some relationships? How has that been for you all as you learn who you are as a man, bro, who you are as a father, a brother, a friend? Like when you really know that, like, oh no, I'm actually pretty decent at this. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect. Did finding that value in yourselves, did it help the relationships around you? Did it hurt them? Did it create a challenge? What?
Okay, I'll go first again. Because boy,
they only went first once. Go ahead, bro.
Okay.
Again.
So listen. Again, I'm gonna go again.
All right, Jackie Robinson, let's go.
Hey, you showing out today?
I am, man. I'm sorry, y'all.
Hey, you good, bro. I love it.
You good? You just been holding this shit all week. You good? You ain't got fucking built up animosity, bro. I'm gonna tell you what.
He stayed in the house the entire weekend.
Look, the passive aggressiveness that Lewis had, that's what the fuck hurt our relationship. I'm gonna tell you that now, okay? No, but seriously, man, just figuring out myself throughout this journey, man, and learning different things. I've lost a lot of friends. I think it's challenged my marriage in a whole nother level that I wasn't even aware of, because I think that it challenged it because along the lines of me learning myself and growing into the new Jay, my wife is growing into her new version of herself. Mm-hmm. So now, whereas before it was so easy to intertwine those because like y'all said, it was like we knew the formula. Like I'm like, okay, this works. Now it's like, okay, this is what I like and what I want to do. And it's like, yeah, well, this is what I like and I want to do. So now we have to try to figure out how can we intertwine these things and still have time for the new Jay and the new, Pooh. Mm-hmm. So that's a challenge for me because it's just like, well, now I have to understand this may not work. Or my communication, for example, I don't know why I thought it was the A1 communicator. Like I felt like I was just this is end all be all. Then I realized that no, when you getting older, tone matters, delivery matters. For sure. You get what I'm saying? And then you also remember that all those conversations don't matter. If you have 20 conversations, it's more about the 2 that actually had substance in them that you actually get through to somebody.
For sure.
Then I had to realize, what am I actually talking about? Am I trying to talk to prove a point, or I'm really trying to talk to understand where she's coming from, so I can say, you know what? Because naturally,
if you talking to understand where she's coming from, y'all gonna argue forever.
Yeah, but that's what I'm. But to talk to understand her perspective,
nigga. If you talking to understand, you done for.
No, I'm not, bro. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because even though I have my own perspective and how I think and how I feel, you still have to. You're holding a conversation with the person, so you do naturally have to try to understand where they're coming from. If that's the case, you're just talking just to be talking.
Talk your shit, Jay. Talk your shit, Jay.
Do you not understand what I'm saying, Jay?
He's trying.
I
You're
don't.
talking about listening, right?
Yes, thank you, Lewis.
But Jay talking about asking
I'm
clarity.
talking about fucking clarity.
Yeah.
No, I was bullshit with you. Keep going, Jay.
I know, motherfucker. No, I'm just.
But nah, go ahead though.
Hey, nah, Keita, I ain't gonna lie. That did go over my head at first.
Yeah, you said I was talking to understand her. I'm like, oh, that ain't gonna never work out, my nigga. Ever.
Yeah. Hey, fuck
Jay,
you, bro.
hey, Jay was trying to explain it as best he could.
Hey, look, fucking over here. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, like,
Hey, y'all,
I'm saying,
and you wonder why motherfuckers be having communication issues. This is what
Right.
I'm saying right here, man.
It's a conversation. You know, a conversation.
I was
talking
trying
about clarity.
Two
my
people
best.
talking.
I'm like,
man.
whoa.
Yeah, man. But nah, that's my journey right there.
Yeah, talking.
Yeah, bitch.
Hey, look, Keenan, what you said last week about when you going through your changes or whatever, you was using it in relation to like grinding, trying to find your exact, place inside your hustles, right?
For sure.
And also, and your wife or the people around you watching the journey and they can't distinguish, that also works for like you finding yourself. So like, and at times you can come off as being like fickle or like wishy-washy. What in reality, you're like really still trying to figure out, you still exploring parts of yourself to determine like, what's the person that I'm trying to be. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
One day I might, be passive aggressive. You challenge me on that, then I might be too goddamn talkative or upfront, confrontational.
Yeah.
King.
But all of those gonna get challenged. But what's not sometimes respected is the trial and error that we go through to get it right, man. Yeah, the trial and error. Like we get so caught up in the result, but we not understanding the process
At all.
Right.
At all.
It's hard.
So why do y'all think people don't respect the process, Mike? That was real good. Why do you think we don't respect the process? We're just immediate results. That's it.
Human nature. We only acknowledge what like pertains to us in most cases, and what pertains to other people is the result.
But how do you know you work? How do other people know that you're working on you, right? Like, how do you know it's self-discovery of who you are? Like, I think that's just a process of evolution in its own. I don't think I've ever, like, when I'm on my journey, part of it, like, I don't know that this is me trying to explore this or trying to explore that. So it'd be hard for me to clarify that for somebody. But I'll get into mine. And I think it's helped me because it's allowed me to understand my place in their relationship as well, or understand how much of those relationships I want to be a part of,
Hell yeah.
or how to prioritize those relationships.
Hell yeah.
That's real.
Hey, look, so y'all know I probably gonna go off on a tangent on this one. So I think a couple things. I think my marriage, it challenged it. I'm gonna go back to what Mike was saying, and I was the king of this. I used to talk to people while I was thinking. And I'm such a thinker that if we talk 7 days, there will probably be 7 different thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Well, y'all, I don't mind doing that with y'all because y'all know how I am at this point. Like, okay,
right.
In a week, he'll know the end goal, but I'm bouncing ideas off. What used to happen when I used to be like that with everybody, not deciphering who I can do that with, it will come off sporadic. Like, this nigga don't know what he wants. Like, you one day you this, one day you hot, one day you cold. But and Jay, you and I talk about this a lot. I'm processing still, but I talk while I process. I don't process quietly. So I remember I used to come to my wife if I had an idea, like, hey, what you think about this? Next 2 days. Hey, I was thinking about it, but what you think about this? And by the fourth, she's like, ah, damn, which one you gonna do? versus now, I'll write them all down. I'll take the week, write them all down. See which ones go to research. My mentor taught me this. If you have an idea, so you have 1 million ideas, right? You only take the ones serious that make it to research. So if you have an idea and you started looking up how to get this, how could I do? Like, once it makes it to research, it's no longer just an idea. You know what I'm saying? So I learned in my self-awareness now, I can tell, I will say to somebody, think tank shit real quick, bro. And I'll just start firing off. But I make the boundary like, this is straight think tank. We just rapping. And then I realized the older I've gotten, some people I can't do that with. With friendships, bro, I just I literally had this conversation today when I was going out for my little walk, man, my little peace walk. An epiphany hit me, bro. I just do not like being in places where I just don't feel challenged. Like
I knew you was gonna say that. I knew you was gonna say you had dumbass friends. I knew
I ain't saying that. I ain't saying that.
That's what it is, though. Keep it real. That's what it is.
I don't think they dumbasses, bro. I think I'm struggling with I don't see the alignment in our futures no more.
That's facts.
I just don't see it, and it bothers me because I don't love them no less. But it's like there's certain conversations.
You only see us as we can only talk on Mondays.
Yeah, we only on his level. Hey, we're the ones that made it to this part of the game. Okay,
the Monday conversation.
I'm not even answering that. To my
I
friends,
know you not, bro.
To my other friends that watch this not the case. I talk to y'all too. This Monday's their day, Tuesday's the other day. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
but I'll be real, bro. Like I feel like out of say if you have 5 conversations with 5 different people a week, out of those 5, 2 need to be. And when I'm not talking about you just get on the phone and just bro, how we gonna make this next? No, but I'm talking about like literally. This is a true story. Sent a design to Jay the other day. I was like, hey, bro, what you think about this? And I was explaining why. I ain't saying that. He was like, yeah, but like, why are you doing that again? It wasn't even that he was really trying to challenge me, but like the fact that I had to regurgitate and explain behind it, it helped me. Because what if somebody else asked that and nobody's asked me that before?
Yeah.
And he was like, I was just asking because I mean, it's cool, but why? Bro, I don't know what it is. It's just that when I start to have these conversations for over 15 minutes, and I feel like it ain't really serving me, I don't want to sound selfish when I say this. It's just like, damn, bro, I can't talk to them that much. I gotta get off this phone, bro.
Relationships are transactional, man. You go to get something and you give something to somebody else. So don't feel bad. And I said dumbass friends. Because I've been there. I'm just keeping it real. You go talk to people. You go talk to people about things. They be like, nah, dog. My mama still fold my drawers. Like, what?
I can't.
Hey, look, change the circle. You got to X them out, Lewis.
Yeah, I'm like, what you mean? You okay? Like, yeah, bro, I'm straight.
Yeah.
All right, man. All right, cool.
Hey, I'm gonna call you right back.
Bro.
Yeah, like you got to. I mean, and it's not down in the. They just, and I think some of those people have strengths and things that we can't even comprehend, right? Like, it's not a complete reflection of their intelligence. However, your thought process, the way you process things, I think it goes back to like what Fred Taylor says, the exposure. You've been exposed to more, therefore, your mind and the way you think about life is totally different than what the people that maybe we were used to being around at a certain point in our lives. And I don't like to say elevate because it makes it seem like we're better than them, but because we're not. But what it does is your thinking has now changed, and their level of thinking is probably remain the same. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you also with that thinking, Lewis, you done expose yourself to more stuff,
right?
To get to and to make your thinking even go to that level.
Yeah, I used to get up. I remember. I was from a small. I think I relate so deeply to this because I'm from a small town, and the way that it used to be was, you graduate high school and you go work at the factory. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it was. You get out of high school, people drop out of high school to go work at the factory, but nobody was really going out and going to bigger cities. I mean, people would say, I want to get out of here and move to Greensboro. It's 20 minutes down the damn road. What you mean? That's where your end game is right there? Like, that's your life? That's the big city? Like, for real? Like, so when I would come with my thoughts, and thank God, but when I would come to my thoughts growing up about what I wanted to do, people were like, oh, you want to do that? Oh, you want to do that? I'm like, yeah. Just because y'all didn't do it doesn't mean I can't.
Right.
You know how true that is, Lewis. It's, and I don't know if you went through this in the military, but that thought process of, my dad said this one time, some people don't like ideas that come from other people. Like, they never heard a good idea that somebody else said.
That's crazy. I like that.
That's a good quote.
Boy, that's good. Yeah. Boy, that's
like,
good.
they never heard a good idea that somebody else said. All the way to the fact of me saying I'm getting out the military, right? Mm-hmm. People was turning their nose up at me like I was making the wrong decision.
Crazy.
Didn't even have the guts to ask why. Like, nothing. But in their mind, they couldn't fathom a world without the military.
Without you doing well without the military.
Right. I look, I'm pulling everybody resumes. I'm matching it up. I want to see why y'all think this. You know what I mean? It ain't too many people walking around with my credentials. Point blank, period. It ain't too many people in the military for sure walking around with it, right?
Can you, when you say pulling resumes, could you elaborate on that?
I'm pulling in the military, you can see like their performance report.
Yeah, he's physically pulling their
like really their resume. Yeah, I'm looking at their educational background, what certifications. I'm looking what jobs they done worked, and I'm thinking like, okay, I see why you feel like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought it was a metaphor. My bad.
Oh no, I'm literally pulling it, and I'm saying, oh, I see why you feel like that. I see why you feel like that. You rather drag your wife up and down the country and make her change jobs because you can't do nothing else.
That's cold. That's cold, Mike. Hold on, man.
That's the truth.
Ooh, all right, but hold on. All right, there's nothing wrong for anybody that wants to stay in the military. Right. However, when you say pulling resumes, and this is a question for y'all, when people give y'all advice, you hear something like that. When I mean by pulling resumes, do you look at the people? Do you look at where they are and what they have before you decide to take their advice? Is it fair to do that?
I think it's circumstantial. It depends on what you're talking about, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because if I don't have a home, right? If I don't have decent credit or whatever the case may be, and somebody, and I'm trying to explain to somebody else, like, no, you shouldn't do this because that. I think in that situation, as it pertains to home buying and credit and all those different things and all the different programs that I don't have any knowledge about, I'm not qualified to give you information on that. And I think that's what people mess up at, because you can give somebody information about your experience with it because maybe you've been through the home buying experience. You can give them that. That's valid.
Even if,
but when but a lot of people get like carried away with like, yeah, but don't do that because it ain't the time for you to do that. But like, you can't really say that because it didn't work for you.
So let me answer that. The resume is important as it pertains to you having experienced what I'm asking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm trying to match your thought process. What would influence your thoughts behind the decision or the advice that you're trying to give me when I know you ain't never left the military? You ain't even looked on Indeed. You ain't even ever you don't even know what to search, what even to type. You don't know where your final home gonna be. That's the only time, to me, the resume is important when I'm matching, okay, what's bringing us to these separate conclusions. So, of course, the people that I still think is trash, that already done got out, retired, whatever the case, I'll listen to them, but only for experience sake. Okay, you messed up on your disability check. Got it. Let me
right. No, I got you. I know what you mean. Yes, you're right.
Okay, got it.
What you think, Kenny?
Bro, it's
Look
like
his face. Look at his face.
Bro, you want to know what though? Because I'm gonna go like, bro. I think it's two things for me, man. And this really bothers me, and I never say this, and I'm really saying it for the first time. What really, really starts to irk my nerves is when people talk to me about where I'm at, what I've gotten, what I work for, and they say things like, "You don't understand," or like, "I've sacrificed." I'm like, nigga, do you understand what the things that I've lost to be here?
Right.
But the point is not for me to get credit for. I don't say that to people because I want to pat on the back. But I think it offends me because I can say that. And it offends me when you think that this shit was a cakewalk.
Right.
When you think that losing my mother my senior year, moving to another state, being isolated, starting a career, doing all these things was just like, you know what? God bless you. Yes, he did. Don't get me wrong, but it was a whole hell of a lot of work in there too. Then you become. I give you another instance. Funniest thing in the world. Before I had kids, you'll understand once you have a child. Oh, you understand once you have a child. And everything I do now and say now is the same shit I was saying then, but now it's valid because Cameron's here. I'm like, to Jay's point with that home buying thing, I give people the credit of common knowledge. Like say Jay say if or Mike say if your credit isn't what you want it to be, right? But you understand where you messed up now. You can
Right.
go give somebody game on what not to do. You may not give them everything to do, but you can say when I bought my house, I was blowing Lewis' phone up, was I not?
Yeah.
I was like, hey, bro, what is this? Tell me that he lives in that industry. I will call this nigga anytime. Hey, bro, ho, they talking like this. They trying to do this percent. Should I go here? No, you might want this type of because with me, I don't have pride behind a question.
Right.
And what irritates me around when we going back to the conversation of like friends, sometimes it's like, hey, I can't stand unsolicited advice unless if you in my circle, my close circle, I'm cool with it. But I don't like when people just like don't really even know me on that level and come in and try to tell me something. I'm like, no disrespect, but like, I don't even like talking about shit like that with certain people. Like, why are we even if as much as we talk on here, if we all got in the room or something like, yo, we all linked up, nobody's in there just talking. We know what we've accomplished. It ain't a pissing contest no more. And when you get around people that want to have pissing contests, it's dangerous. It's dangerous, bro. Because there's no need for it. I couldn't do what y'all do. Not because I'm not a good person. That ain't my lane. So I don't try to have a pissing contest about some shit I don't know how to do.
Right.
If we switch jobs right now, y'all taking an L. Not just right now, tomorrow. I'll figure it out. But I get tired of, I think with people with the unsolicited, it's almost like they want to be informed about stuff more than they want to help you. Like, I just want to know what you got going on so I can know. I ain't really trying to help you. I'm just trying to tell you this so you tell me something back and I know it.
So does it irritate? Does it irritate you more?
That made my head hurt.
Yeah, dive into that real quick. Hold on.
Yeah,
let me give you an example.
Okay, and then when you get done, I got a question too.
All right.
Got the motherfucker popping now. Get the motherfucker popping, bro. Get it popping, bro.
When I made my decision, right?
Yeah.
My boss called me in his office and erased his whiteboard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And started drawing numbers and shit on the board, trying to explain to me like what I was giving up. All right. But you got to calculate this and right. But in reality, what you're saying is he wasn't really trying to school me. He was just trying to figure out what made me comfortable enough to ignore what he was putting up there.
Yes. Yes. And I could prove that point 10 times. How many times has somebody called y'all and started a conversation or as like, let's not talk about inner circles. Let's talk about on that cusp. They call you, you rap a little bit. And I'm like, yeah, man, I see you doing such and such, man. Like how you get that or how that been going?
Oh, multiple times.
Bro, and it's not about how I really got it. You just want to know how much it costs. What, and again, you're a good judgment of character. You know what these people look like. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when I was switching careers, every single person that I talked to in my old county was like, you crazy. I'm like, you don't remember that night I told you, I was like, bro, I'm tired of people calling me crazy. Yeah. Why would you go there? Oh my God. Like, what is you doing? Like, is the difference that much? Well, what is the difference then? Since is that like, hold on, if I'm crazy and you don't think I can do it, why even call me? Like, why even like not on like, hey, bro, literally, my wife, well, she don't really count. Jay, Mike, we're about the only two people are like, hey, nigga, you'll figure it out. Like, bro, that's what's up. Everybody else like, damn, bro, like, yeah, you crazy as hell. Like, nah, bro, like, what you gonna be doing over it? Like, what? Like, what type of job?
Hey, Keenan, let me jump in because I got two things. Number one, that's exactly what they were doing at my new job when I was coming. You know, because I was going there and I came there for the interview and I knew majority of those guys because I used to work on their equipment at that shop, right? So it's like, man, what? You coming here? What? That's crazy. Like, oh man, you this, you that. You gonna take a pay cut? All this. I'm like, crazy, bro, man. Y'all have no idea what y'all are talking about
at all.
But my second thing is this: what irritates you guys more? Is it the fact of like somebody giving you that unsolicited advice that we're talking about, or is it the fact that people give you like people will tell you like your plan's not gonna work, but never offer a solution or a backup plan?
Oh my God!
What irritates y'all more?
Boy, man, you know what's funny? Neither, because I don't listen to no damn body. I wish I was joking, bro.
So you don't have anybody besides your wife, obviously, that you trust with advice, or is it like you taking information, but you know ultimately what you feel you're going to do?
I don't listen.
So why the hell I be
When it
talking
come to my career
for?
When we come to my career,
I'm just joking, man.
No, but when it comes to my career,
no. I'm just talking about in general, like somebody rapping you and like, let's say not even your career. Let's say you got a side hustle or whatever you're doing, and you might say, "Hey, I'm thinking about," because man, you got your own platform too, Lewis. You know, I know you don't talk about it a lot, but you have your own platform as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you came and had to call somebody about your platform just for a suggestion, hey, what do you think? Obviously, ultimately, we're all going to run with our gut feeling. But sometimes we say, okay, let me get a different perspective on it.
That's different because I'm seeking that. I'm saying like somebody just tell. I thought we were like someone just
reverse it, Jay. It should be somebody called you, Lewis, like, hey, bro, let me tell you what to do on your joint, bro.
I'm like, oh yeah, all right.
Oh yeah.
See,
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I just me personally, I don't like when people just like, oh yeah, nah, that's just not gonna work. Well, why not? Nah, it's just not. Like, you don't have no what's the plan B for you? Because I know why it's gonna work in my eyes, but I'm just really trying to dig in your mind. Like, what the fuck would make you even say some ignorant shit like that?
Jay, you wasting your time. Hey, don't even. Yeah, you wasting your time on that, bro. Don't even try to understand it.
Gotcha.
Bro, say that again, please, Lewis.
Don't even try to understand it. Hey, man, if you want to know how to not listen, come to Lewis's. No, I'm scared.
Come on down to Lewis's Auto Shop.
I couldn't even finish it, man.
Yo, if you want to learn how to not listen,
thanks, bro.
Hey, Lewis, that's that infomercial that be on that late night on BET.
Crazy. You say if you want to learn how to not listen, bro, I can't. Jay, to answer your question, man, both. You want to know why? I got call me and talk about everything on my saved by my name and some people's phones, and they don't. I'm telling you, bro.
You got what saved?
Call me and talk about everything across my number. I'm about to say across my forehead, but like. But Jay, you know what? I'm gonna tell you, this one will irk me, bro. Even if if somebody say like we're talking, it ain't gotta be unsolicited. We talk and I give an idea. They're like, no, I don't think about that. I'm like, so what do you think? I don't know. I just know not that. It's just that those words together. Like, why am I even talking to you? What the but it goes back. It goes back to what I was saying to y'all earlier. I don't function in environments where that question will be answered. I don't know, just not that.
Yeah.
I don't, bro. Like, I just don't. I don't. If I felt that way about anybody that I talked to over 15 minutes, that's done.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I just want to know this though, Lewis. What makes you not literally like what makes you not be wavered? Because that could, I guess, essentially.
Yeah. Because
I fuck with it, Lewis. That's dope.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because growing up, I used to hear. I mean, I was very aware as a kid, and I would listen to people tell me things, and then I'd be looking, and I'm like, yeah, man. But I look at like people would say I couldn't do stuff, but they never like somebody would say, oh, you should move out on your own. But they live in the house that that was their mom's. Like, they never left. And I was like, huh? How can you tell me that I should leave? You ain't never, you hadn't left, you know? Or when I would say I would go do something, they're like, boy, that's hard. How do you know? You never done it. So why would you, so I was checking their resume. Like, I would always look at whoever was giving me the advice. And then I just realized, like, if I'm a fail, I'm a fail because of me.
Yeah.
And I can live, and I can always live. If I made a choice and I failed, I can always live with that. What I can't live with is if I didn't make a choice because of what someone else told me. I'd rather go fail off my own.
Knowledge from the most time.
People that I ask a lot of questions though. I laugh about not listening, but I ask a lot of questions to a lot of people.
So basically what you just said with that sentence was like, it's all about if you respect what their experiences and their position.
Right. That's why I asked you guys that question. That's kind of how I model my life, is asking people of value who I think have done certain things.
Mhm.
I mean, that's the shortcut to success is a mentor. Your mentor, I'm assuming, is somebody that you aspire that does things, maybe not in that particular field,
Sure.
but has done things or accomplished things that you want to accomplish. That's the person you ask questions to. I'm not going to ask my uncle.
Yes.
Right. He gonna be with that beard like, boy, it was
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not
uncle.
going to ask him about that. You know, I'm going to ask him about other things, but not about certain things. I mean, no, this ain't just, I just used the uncle as an example, but I'm not going to ask him. You know what I'm saying?
Test out.
Right.
Nah, hey, no, I got some dope uncles, but yeah, I'm not gonna ask them about certain things, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, and to tap into what you said about mentors, I think we always view mentors as a big homie that's been there, been around the block. But based on what you were just saying, whoever that conduit is between like what you're trying to accomplish that maybe just experienced it or recently experienced it or experienced it some way or another, that's the mentor for that particular action that you're trying to accomplish.
Sure.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah, because I have no issues. I have no issues reaching out to people that I might have supervised 2-3 years ago that's doing something that I think is dope now. Hey man, hey, give me 15 minutes whenever you get a chance because I got some questions for you. I don't know nothing about what you got going on.
Right.
I don't know nothing about that, and I just want to pick your brain real quick. I don't care if they're 20, 16.
Yep.
That's my mentor for this action right now.
Sure.
Yeah.
There you go. That's good, man.
So would y'all how do y'all feel about paying it forward then in that case? Do y'all seek to be the mentor in certain situations, or do you kind of still in the knowledge phase where you trying to gain a lot before you could pay it forward?
I feel like it's your responsibility to get knowledge, not only for yourself but for other people. The information that I have a responsibility to make sure that's disseminated to the people that are around me and that I care about. So I actually will go, and it may be unsolicited, but I may go out my way to try to make sure people are exposed to things, especially financially and credit wise, that people weren't probably privy to before. And some people are like, hey, man, I don't care about none of that. But I do see
Louis,
a lot
we
of
bringing
value.
Money Moves for the Culture back with you?
Huh?
We bringing Money Moves for the Culture back with you? You gonna run that?
We're going to talk about the numbers first.
There you go. There you go.
That's a real financially
you're right
responsible
here.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to need 53%.
Hey, I got 60 for you.
What'd you say?
I said I got 60 for you.
No, okay. All right. I'll take it off the top too.
Whoa.
Yeah.
See, there you start. See, look. Let me go ahead. Before I get real unsolicited in this month.
And look, I think for me to answer your question, Keenan, I think it's a case-by-case basis. Kind of going off what Lewis was saying. You do the information we have now, we do go ahead and want to pay that forward. But it's like you have to understand that sometimes you're in that process too. So you have to gain, more information as you go. It may be a situation that you didn't know was going to arise. You take that, soak it in, and then you can have that time to pay it forward. So I think it's just case-by-case basis. But you need to do both.
Yes.
You need to always continue to keep learning and strive to get better, but also give out that information, like you said, that we're privy to where we can cut that corner, because that's what we're not doing as a society. We're not, I'm not saying we're not, or the people that are not, maybe they're not being receptive to it, but it's like, we can cut this learning curve down.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's not wanting to be cut down. Why?
That's facts.
Keeps the rich rich.
Hey, bro.
Keeps the rich rich. The less we know, the less we take away from them. That's why the top 1% is the 1%. Because the information.
First of all, that's all facts, though. What I'm saying is like the information that you know, that Mike knows, that Keenan knows, that I know. When you try to pay that forward to an individual, it's like, no, I'm okay. Like if you're trying to tell them,
I got you, Jay.
Yeah, you got it.
In most cases, there's some type of sacrifice attached to that information.
Yeah.
It ain't just them knowing something. There's a sacrifice attached to getting the result they need. Like for real. Let me tie it into something crazy real quick. A lot of people can solve their own problems, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what are we willing to give up to make it happen, right?
Yep.
Like, it's not like we don't know the answer, but we ain't willing to make that sacrifice to like totally jump ship.
That's a fact, bro.
Dang, that was deep. That was deep.
That was like,
and bro, I'm gonna apply what Mike just said to two different logics. And I'm gonna tell you, Mike, you never heard me say this. why I think Jay-Z will be considered one of the greatest rapper of all time. I'm gonna tell you why.
Shit. God, hey,
I'm gonna tell you why.
They're recording, ain't it?
It hit me. Hey, Mike, it hit me.
He just fucking saying anything.
It hit me. It hit me when Kanye did Drink Champs. But I'm explaining what you just said.
Top tier shit, there, boy.
It was
top tier entertainment, boy.
Hey, so the thing is, Mike, I think I play that role. Like I always say, don't pay to be first. Mm-hmm. The person giving the information got to have a pure heart, because a lot of times it's hard for people to see you do better than them. Like it's hard for like when you give the game, it's a lot of people that give it because they want a little something back. No, you just give it, bro, and be genuine in it. Like Clarissa said this, my barber said this on her story. Everybody says experience is the best teacher. No, it's not. Mm-hmm. Wisdom is. Like experience is the lowest level of learning.
Yeah,
it is, bro. It is. And a lot of times you get around people that if they give you game, it's like, damn, well, I told you one, tell me one. No, it's not like that. When you start thinking like that, you're eliminating progress already. If I'm thinking, because it should be fluent, right? Like if I give you game on something, we talking up or and you go do whatever, and you come back like, yo, this didn't pan out this way, it's another conversation to evolve how that works. Right. And the second thing about Jay-Z, which goes to this point as well, not because his rapping ability at all. Mm-hmm. If you look at the tree that he created, when you can duplicate yourself the way that man has through Kanye, Rihanna, Cole, let's just use them. Mm-hmm. He's created 2 billionaires.
Yeah.
Ye and Rihanna, he's created 2 billionaires.
That's a fact.
That's worth more than him.
Yeah.
So you got to give that credit no matter what level it is. If you look at everybody else, my mentor taught me this, bro. He was like, no matter how bad I do, I'm a part of his tree.
Yep.
No matter what happens, how great I am, how bad I am, I'm a part of his tree. I can't erase that. He can't erase that. Whatever that falls in line, you can't erase those. But it's so, how many people you know is going to create something and literally just hand it over? That's why everybody make these courses for $6,000, $500. Just take this course and you'll be able, like, come on, bro. That's not the way we get ahead, bro. You're trying to make money off something that shouldn't be
monetized.
I'm not saying you shouldn't monetize it. I think it's still a crab in a barrel mentality when we look at it like that. Like
it's because people base it off their experience, though. Like, I'm not gonna give you free game when I had to fucking sit here and go to 14 night classes and go ahead and do that's that childish mentality that you're not realizing that, like you said, if I'm a part of your tree and I'm giving you that game, when you elevate, like maybe it's just like a weird way of thinking, bro. I just don't think people are just genuine anymore. Like just giving you something, just be like, here, bro, just this is for you, man. Just, you can have it.
I heard Master P. Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, I was just gonna say one more Hove line. Mm-hmm. Wow, who put the crabs in a barrel? They don't belong.
Yep.
They don't belong there.
Yep, bro. I'm not trying to be long with it. This joint, because it's bro. There's nobody I'm gonna keep saying in my circle that could ever call me and like, yo, how can I do this? And I don't give them everything I know how to help.
That's a fact.
Hey, shout out to Keenan, man. He will go above and beyond, man, for real.
Well, I appreciate that, but I think if you don't, bro, who the fuck wants to die with a whole bunch of knowledge like that you never gave back to anybody? Like I just, and I guess it may be my profession where every day you wake up to try to educate someone, or you genuinely, because in the environment I work in, bro, that ain't easy to do every day. But in the same note, I'm just passionate about the way we view success, man. And it's very, very, very limiting the way we limit ourselves, the way we view it. We really do.
But you're a boss, though. That's a boss mentality. I think a boss mentality is creating other bosses. Another famous Jay-Z line is, if you made me, make another one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I like that. I think for me, I think it's in our nature as human beings. The most fulfillment that I get is not my own self-accomplishment. It's helping other people accomplish their dream.
For sure.
So I think that's also a part of it. Like coaching, sometimes it's immediate. Like you get that immediate gratification of being able to see people go out and execute and do things that you taught them. You know what I'm saying? So there's so much value in that. I think it ties back into our purpose. I think that's why it's important.
That's facts, bro.
But first of all, that's really good. We got some good content tonight, boy. I'm telling you.
Hey, go ahead.
All jokes aside, those same people would. All jokes aside, them same people would.
I'm on the edge of my seat. What the hell?
Yeah, man, like he got me too.
Would withhold that same information that they'll make us pay for from their children too.
Yes, bro.
They'll withhold that same information, the resources, all that shit from their children too.
Yes,
because they say I gotta make it hard for them. It was hard for me.
I gotta make it hard for them.
It was hard. If I make it easy for them, like that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard people like parents say to their kids. Like, it was hard for me, so I ain't go. It's a difference. You can still get your kids the things that they need and give them that information, and also still show them responsibility. Also still show them along the way. Like, yeah, it was hard for you. Y'all was staying in the projects. How the fuck you gonna create a struggle? That y'all stay in a 4-bedroom house now? It's not the same mentality.
That talks about your limitations as a parent, because you don't know how to teach them responsibility outside of what you've known.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fact, bro.
That's facts.
That's facts.
I think that's one of the most powerful things I've learned as an educator. I don't know, but I'm gonna find somebody that do. Like, I will always put, Mike, tell me I'm lying. My little cousin was thinking about joining the military. I was at Mike's house and he was rapping with me about this branch, that branch. I said, hey man, hey Mike, can I get it? Can I give him your number? Because I don't know nothing about that. And Mike was like, yeah, bet for sure. Because I know when that's not my lane. You get what I'm saying? And the thing is, there are so many people like, nah, you got to figure it out on your own. You got to make your own way. Hey man, you know how many stupid ass decisions I made trying to figure it out on my own that I'm still undoing right now?
Facts.
Like,
but nothing you couldn't recover from though.
Agree, because I'm like you in that sense. Way more than people know. Like, you just can't tell me anything.
Right.
I'm never going to just digest anything. I'm never going to act on just anything. And I think that gets mixed up in my personality because I'm out there a lot. But like, I will argue, I don't think anybody understands how analytical I am as a person. I analyze shit day in and day. I think that's why I'm good at math, for real. That's just how I think and how I move. I just think, and over the years, the processing time sped up. So I do some shit, thought about it 12 hours ago. That shit makes sense. Boom. But people think, oh, man, this thing right here. But anyway, bro, I talked a lot. My bad, bro. That was a good question.
Bro, you ain't talking a lot. It's not important. I think that's why I'm confident in my decision making too, because before I make a decision, I understand the time and the effort and the thought that I put into it.
Absolutely.
So I'm willing to take the risk of it not working, because I'm like, well, I did everything. I did the research. I did all that, And I think when you ask people their advice, they're probably just telling you, and then they hadn't done the research or the work or the effort, behind whatever it is you're asking them. So that's
fact.
That's fact.
Right, because a lot of people want to give you the safe answer. Like, because a lot of people don't want to be on that line of like, you ever talk to somebody that's like, I'm telling you this, but I ain't telling you what to do. I'm telling you, it's like, bro, fuck is you scary for? Like, I just asked you a question, bro. I ain't telling you going there and cuss that person. Why the fuck would I do that anyway? Like, but they be so scared when they give you advice. It's just like, bro, calm down. Like
the disclaimer.
And to y'all point about environments, I think how many rooms are you in with a person of your same shared experiences, your age?
Shit.
Every time my brother comes.
but I mean,
that's true.
So you I can't even say that.
Well, I can say it because for me, that shit is irritating because I realize that I'm like, yo, it almost comes off as that I'm arrogant. It comes off as that like I'm just this OD guru that's just like, oh, you're so Mr. Perfect. It's like, no, the fuck I'm not. But at the end of the day, certain things to me comes off as common sense. That's where I mess up at because I'm like, it's no way. And then I had to catch myself because I used to always say this. It's no way possible that you could be 30 thinking like this.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you just like, what the fuck?
Boy. Hey Jay, can
And
I ask you a
and
question?
Keenan used to
You
always
told
tell
that to
me like
somebody? You said that to somebody?
Yeah, bro. I used to tell this nigga
Louis,
stop
I would
talking
say
to
that to
people like that.
anybody.
This is my dog, man.
Yeah,
No,
hey,
no,
Louis,
no, no.
I know we laugh. I know we
Don't
laugh.
be
and
high
joke a lot,
fiving that
y'all.
shit, Louis.
That's my dog, bro.
Hey,
No.
listen, I know we laugh and joke a lot,
Yeah,
y'all.
both y'all
but
asses
if I
cussed
feel like you
out.
really saying some real wild stuff, I'm gonna be like, bro, it's no way possible. At 30, you're thinking like this, and
No,
if
this
it
ain't-
is, that shit is crazy.
No, it's not crazy. It's what y'all don't understand. No,
How many fights you been in, boy?
no.
I've been in a couple. Hey, I mean, motherfucker, hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, but I mean, what it comes off as is I become the asshole, and they're like, "Oh, you Mr. Perfect." I'm like, I'm not Mr. Perfect. You didn't know that doing this would lead to this.
I don't think that's that. I wouldn't argue that part, Jay. But I want to ask you a question on something you said.
Uh-huh.
When you said like it may come off as arrogant or a guru, and I'm really asking a serious question. Why can't you be a guru? Like, why can't you be confident in what you do?
Because
like, why
because
can't that be
the
the case?
environment that I'm in, with the like to allude to your point that you were saying earlier, the people that is around, it comes off as that. If I was in a circle with 30, people my age with the same pay grade and all, it would come off as normal conversation.
Yep.
So I realized that it was only hurting me because I'm elevating myself. I'm sitting here trying to figure out ways to get better. And if somebody's not doing the same thing, it comes off offensive to them. Because what people really don't like is when they have to think about themselves and they have to think about where they're at in life. I'm not saying that I'm OD proud of where I am. I'm not where I was though. And if I can see that progression,
For sure.
and you can't see that progression, it's gonna make you feel small. People will be like, "Oh, you fucking trying to belittle me," or you. No, I'm not. You're projecting that because you really feel that way about yourself.
Okay, Pastor J.
Hey, no, you sound like you was preaching though, for real.
Oh,
You
my
did,
bad.
bro.
My bad, y'all. My bad. I did get
Nah, go ahead, Deacon Cummins. Where to play that?
Boy, that was good, dog.
He said, "What a play."
Yeah.
That's hey Lewis. What was your movie? Get that plate around the other side.
Hey, nigga, get it on that side.
I cannot.
Hey, get it around the other side.
Nah, man, Mike, you can go ahead, Lewis. Y'all go ahead, man.
No, Jay, you 1,000% right. When you hold that mirror up to a motherfucker face, bro, and they gotta
like
think about the last 40 years of the bullshit they've been doing, right? They gotta sit in front of that. Like, oh snap!
Yeah.
He said, "I'm not."
But Mike, people will do that and move the goalpost still.
Yeah,
You can sit here and play a recording of what they did, right? It's like, but you Mr. Perfect, you ain't made no mistakes. You're like, it's like, bro, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
And it was good, man. Jay, it was
It's just
good.
people just so used to playing the victim, and it's like we're not victims. We're success stories.
He hates
Everybody has a journey, bro. Everybody
Hate
has
that
now
victim.
because you really done got me in my bag.
Hey,
now,
people up
really,
here, hey Jay, people out here acting like they the victim.
You don't like that?
bro.
You say you don't
You
like
play
it, Keenan?
He don't like that. He don't like. Hey,
I don't
you
like
just
that.
got
I mean,
shot.
because
Hey, look,
the reason why though,
you
because
just got
in my
shot.
life,
You
I
in
realize
rehab. Hey,
sometimes
bro,
I
it
done
don't
played
take
the
that
victim.
long to start back walking. Like, hey, bro.
Okay, kid, that's trying to be fucking.
hey, look, niggas get shot every day, B.
Yeah, like, come on,
Hey,
bro.
you heard what he said, man? What a pack said. Everybody
Yeah.
gets shot every day, B. Come
He
along
said-
with that.
Hey, he'll
Keenan-
call that doctor in there like, hey, man, take some of this oxygen off, bro. He been on this oxygen.
Hey, get your ass up, boy. You ain't paralyzed. Get up, boy.
Oh,
Hey,
Keenan said, "Oh no, he don't like that. He don't like that."
They don't like
victim
that victim. When you start acting like a victim for too long, oh.
hey,
like-
you tough, right?
Hey, watch this, Lewis, because everybody need a what, Jay?
Keenan, I ain't fucking with you tonight, bro.
Hey, nigga, Jay be like, no, you know what it is? Niggas need storylines is what it is. Niggas need
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, Ken. I was trying not to say that, bro. That's why I really was going. A motherfucker will. Let me stop cussing so much. People want that storyline, boy. If you take that storyline away, it's over for them.
Yeah.
They be like, yeah, man, because you know what I'm saying. When I was 10, you know what I'm saying. When I was 10, bro, you know, next thing I know, my uncle gave me a little sip of that drink, man. I'm a fucking alcoholic right now, man. I've been drinking that since. I'm like, and I don't discredit it. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. So that's really what turned you. That was just the end all be all for you. Like, I gotta go now.
Hey,
Like,
he said,
bro,
if you
get the fuck
30,
outta
if
here
you
with
30,
this.
you better stop drinking.
Oh my
Like,
God,
come on,
boy.
man.
Yo, that joint be crazy, bro. No, I forgot who we was at. And we was in like a foreign territory. No, we was here. And we was at Jasper's. Lord have mercy.
Oh
But anyway,
God, I know what you about to talk about.
yo, we out chilling. I'm like, we watching the game, and Jay start cracking jokes with people. I'm like, okay, cool. And I told him before we walk in, bro, people up here don't really take jokes well, bro. They get in their feelings quick. And me and Jay in there chilling. And this dude start talking, and Jay doing small stuff like, calling the man by his name tag. He got his name tag on. We ain't even introduced. Hey man, be quiet, such and such. I see you over there. Hey man, come on, such and such. Come over here real quick.
Ooh.
So we start rapping, and the dude said something crazy, and Jay was like, "It's no way possible you believe that dumb shit." I was like, Jay, bro, you just can't be talking to people like that freely. Like, what is you doing? Like, people don't understand you just talking to them. And he
Hey,
was like,
kid,
what?
y'all, that motherfucker got hot too.
Yeah, he was
Homeboy
like,
got hot.
Yeah, I don't know. What did you expect him? What did you expect him to do, Jay?
because what he said was,
I mean, Lewis, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not afraid of no smoke.
I
I'm
don't.
not afraid of
No.
fade or none of that. I was merely trying to understand his logic behind it. Like, bro, you really thought that was some smooth shit to say? Okay, bet.
Yeah,
Is that normally how you ask people what they're thinking?
I ain't gonna lie, Lewis. I don't know why y'all think I'm joking. Did I not say it up here, Mike? Did I know you know, Kenny, but Mike, did I not give a disclaimer earlier and said I thought I used to be a very good communicator? Did I not say that?
Yeah, you did.
Because I thought that was me being direct. Because I'm really like, bro, like you really thinking like this?
This nigga take a survey. Do I have good communication skills? Strongly disagree.
I'm strongly disagreeing on that motherfucker. Like,
This nigga can't even say somewhat agree.
Nah, that shit is dead. Strongly.
I'm like, Jay, just for 1 second. And then the thing is, we spent the whole car ride arguing. Like, no, I don't understand. Like, I'm like, how do you not understand talking to somebody that go to work every day, that work hard for what they do, talking to them like that in a public place?
Obviously, he worked hard. He had his name tag on.
Yeah. See, you said what, Jay?
I was reciprocating the energy. He was talking wild crazy. So when you cracking jokes, you can't be the type to be out there cracking jokes, talking wild. And then when it's time for me to get my lick back, like, no, we're not doing that. Don't touch your tail now. Say that shit.
Jay, the reason why I'm laughing is I can identify with that a little bit.
With being an asshole, we know.
Man, shut up, dude.
But the reason I'm laughing is because I can really identify that, but I also appreciate your honesty. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, because we all have our flaws as human beings, and it just feels good to know that there are people out there that kind of like me. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't go that far with it though. But it's fun.
So you and Jay got to be super sensitive.
I'm more subliminal. It depends on
if the shoe's on the other foot.
Depends on what you're talking about.
Okay. Jay?
Keenan.
Yeah.
If you believe that shit you just said.
About being sensitive?
Yeah.
I believe it's case by case. I mean, because I think anybody can be sensitive about the right subject. But what I'm saying is typically
I don't deem it being sensitive though. I just think I really I know y'all keep laughing when I say this, but I'm dead ass serious. I really just be trying to understand what the fuck people be thinking about. Like, I'm not joking when I say, I know I keep saying this, but I just be really thinking like, damn, that shit really ran through all your brain waves.
It's the fact that you try to figure it out.
But Jay,
why you trying to figure it out.
It's the how he's trying to figure. It's the how you're going about it, Jay. But let me ask you this: you wouldn't do that to you wouldn't do that to like your manager, would you? You'd be like, what the fuck was you thinking when you did this? You wouldn't say that, would you? Damn,
can you go ahead with your question?
Damn, boy.
Hey, Louis,
I'm gonna give you a little more credit on the articulation to the manager, but I've heard some like, do you enjoy getting paid every other week? Or
hey, Keenan has told me multiple times,
like,
bro, you say that to your manager? I'm like, he's a man just like I am. Like, we good. I mean,
see, this is where me and him disagree. This is where me and him disagree a lot. I get that, but your kids got to eat, bro.
You got to play the game.
And Keenan, you know how hard of a worker I am and how I'm never going to put my family in a bad situation, right? So obviously I've thought some of this stuff, like, I don't say everything that I'm thinking, but I try to like come across to them and be like, hey, like, so what made you think? I try to challenge people on that.
Like, the same exact question without the cuss words.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's exactly what it is.
Hey, he said,
I just said it a nice way. So what made you think that?
though.
Huh?
About
I'm about to say-
85, 90 though.
Yeah.
Hey, Keaton,
hey,
I was
Mike,
like,
you
he about
said
to
with
say
no
the
cuss
same
words,
exact
like-
thing.
Yes, without the
Lewis,
cuss
with
word.
no cussing. They say something, you be like, dang, so what made you say that?
Like Lewis, this is let me just prove my point real quick.
See how I keep my job? Wow, what made you say that? That's crazy.
No, let me give you
That's
let me give
crazy.
you a threatening one. Let me give you a threatening one. I've been beside this dude, and like he just said, he had the 2 cell phones. Joker called. Yeah, that's definitely not gonna happen by tomorrow. What made you think I was gonna go right now? Like what?
Bro,
Tell me I'm lying, Jay.
no, you're not lying.
I'm like, bro, you ain't trying to keep your job.
No,
bro.
you're not lying. But the
There's
reason
a way to say that.
No, it is, and that's why I said it that way. And the reason why I said it that way is because the reason why I said it that way is because, again, I keep going back through it. Y'all please bear with me. What the fuck would make you think that I'm about to sit up here and just hop, skip, and jump right now when I just got off the road? In that instance, I had just got off the road from working 2.5 weeks, right? I was at home with my family for 1 day. I'm not about to sit here. Like, bro, at some point, you got to understand I'm a human too, bro.
Bro, I don't think anybody disagree with what you're saying, Chad.
Lewis,
But boy,
Lewis, chill, bro.
but boy, oh, Jay,
Yo,
boy.
I ain't tell
Yo,
like,
Mike,
oh,
yo, Mike, get Lewis, bro. Come on.
nah, bro, he be tripping. You be Jay. I don't know. Well, like, nah, you tripping. You tripping. Nah, bro.
I don't know what you was thinking. That's definitely not happening.
Yeah, like I don't know what made you think I'm about to go right now. That's definitely not happening until Monday. Like you're on their work phone telling them when you gonna work.
Okay. Hey, Keenan. And now if we being real though, since we being real up here though, Keenan, since we being real though, how many times on the back end have you been like, damn, Jay, they had you doing all that, bro?
That's a fact. I don't disagree with that. It's just how you be talking to, bro. This is
He
what
said
I'm
his
saying.
thing. Hey, he said it to him on his own on the work phone.
That they gave you.
Yeah. Hey, bro.
Like,
Hey,
I'm very confident in my skills, and I'm very confident that I can take my
Jay, I'm not arguing that, brother. What I'm saying is this. There's a certain way that the person that's going to make sure your timesheet get approved, certain way you got to say stuff to people.
Yeah, and I wasn't talking to that guy. I know who to talk to. I wasn't talking to that guy. He's not approving. He ain't writing no checks.
All right, bro. Hey, look. I know, bro. I can't do nothing with it. Hey, look, Lewis, just look at his face. It ain't like he's joking.
I know this is making me laugh even more. Like it's like ain't nothing wrong with it at all.
So, Keenan, so what makes you think that I'm joking?
Hey, oh, it's not.
You said you weren't. Calm down, Jay. We know. I believe you, dog.
Bro, I'm telling. Hey, bro, like,
yo, y'all, Mike over here crying.
Because you crazy, bro. And I'm like, and I'm trying to tell this man. And when they start riding him hard, calling a whole lot, he's like, yeah, bro, I don't know why they doing that. Oh, you don't? What's it?
Bro, hey, Keenan, man, you know my old job. I used to do some wild, disrespectful stuff, bro.
Why? Tell me why, Jay.
But yeah.
No, this is the only time I've reacted like that, y'all, is because of some shit that they did towards me. I always give my respect first to anybody. I never disrespect you until you disrespect me. I've always lived my life like that. Nobody can ever tell you that I have blatantly came up to disrespect anybody.
I agree with
I've been sitting here multiple times, like I said, with the 2-week thing. Bro, I'm sitting here. I'm going to give y'all an example. I've sitting here, got a call from them. Hey, we got a breakdown. I need you to go to Georgia, right? Mm-hmm. I need you to go to Alabama. I'll never forget this story. I get up. It's like 4:00 in the morning, shower, get my clothes packed, drive 8 hours, right? Mm-hmm. I get down to the job site.
Which phone did they call you on when they did this?
This was on the work phone. This was on the work because it was work. But so I drive all the way down to Alabama. I get to the job site, y'all.
Hey Jay, how did you drive down there?
I get in the job to the job site.
Hey Jay, what was it work truck? Hold on. So cell phone call, work phone.
No, this is Jay answer phone. Motherfucker, what you?
No, I didn't. He called. Hey, look, he called my phone. He called. He called.
Oh, hey Jay, correction. He called his phone.
Okay. So he called the work phone, right?
Yeah.
He called, said, I need you to go to Alabama. I get in the truck, drive down there 8 hours, no problem. I get to the job site.
Oh,
right?
I remember this.
I get to the job site.
Mm.
I go up there, talk to the customer. I'm very professional when it comes to dealing with that. I said, hey, how you doing? I'm here to do the jack inspections. You had a breakdown on one of your units, right? The guy looks me dead in my face and say, yeah, I wasn't expecting you today. So I paused for a second. I said, oh, okay, well, yeah, my boss and them said that they were. He said, no, I emailed them and told them I would let them know when it's time to come do the job. Mm. So I called my boss back. Hey, did you guys know that they weren't expecting me today? No, I said, well, did you email them and let them know that I was actually on the way? Well, yeah, I talked to him Friday, but he never emailed me back. Whoa. So I've driven 8 hours for no damn reason now. So at this point, I ain't got there yet, y'all, but I'm starting to pipe it up a little bit because now I'm getting frustrated, right? Rightfully so, though. The part that pissed me off was just like, oh yeah, well, just get back in the truck and drive back home. At this point, like now you disrespect. That's the disrespect part now, because you don't care enough about my time as a person.
What you say, so, Jay?
You got me fucked up. I said, you got me fucked up. You think I'm about to drive 8 hours, man? See, you all right, bro?
What else? Hey, Jay, what else were you gonna do besides drive home?
Man,
what you tell him? Hey, Jay, what you tell him on his cell phone?
My shit was smoking. My shit was smoking.
Jay, what you
got me fucked up if you think I'm gonna go home.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you the crazy part. They make sure he had good reception. He had like an iPhone 10.
Nigga crazy, bro.
Jay.
Yo, the level of disrespect, bro. I said, yeah, y'all got me fucked up.
Hey, how was that ride home?
I got a hotel that night and drove back the next day.
Oh, got you.
Jay, did you get paid for driving down there?
I did. I sure did. And driving back.
So what?
It's the principle of my time. What are you talking about? You talking about, Lewis? What? I drove 8 hours to go do my job that I'm very good at. And the only thing you got for me, Lewis, hey, only thing y'all got for me is, oh, my bad. Yeah, just drive back. Okay, say less.
Oh my God.
Hey, man.
Ooh. If
Lewis, if I want to be a fucking truck driver, I want to be a truck driver. Fuck out of here. I'm not getting dropping. You'll get burning up mouths and shit.
Hey, you say he was driving their truck.
CDLs, huh?
You said they was driving you was driving their truck too, right?
Uh-huh.
Jay, bruh. I'm sorry. Bro.
Hey, Lewis, you asking where to disconnect at?
Yeah, man. Like he got paid. It was inconvenient.
That's where the disconnect was at, though.
But that was it, though, because you got paid.
I did.
And you didn't. What did you lose? You lost. I lost time. But you was already willing to lose it to go there anyway to do the job.
I wasn't losing time at that point. Then I only lost the downtime.
He actually gave you time back. They gave you time back in your day because you was already set to do the job. So you actually got more time back than what you was originally planning.
How? When I would have drove back then?
Because you went down there to do a job that would have essentially been additional work hours.
Right.
But you got down there and they said, no, it's not here. Yeah, it was an inconvenience. But
well, maybe that's what it was. I was stuck on the inconvenience part.
And what did you tell him, Jay?
That he had me fucked up. If you think I'm about to be driving 8 hours.
Hey, did you see the eyebrows drop though?
Yo, man, this dude.
It happened to me. Hey, Keenan, but again, though, I know we are laughing and joking. That's happened to me multiple times, though. Yeah. And at this point, it's not about because every time they call my phone, Keenan even know, man, I was about to come to DC on a Friday. I took off on that Friday. I worked all the way up to it, no problem. Thursday at 9:00 at night, they called me and said they had a breakdown in Charlotte. They called all 4 technicians. Nobody picked up. And it was an electrical issue, so 3 of them didn't know how to do it anyway. I got out my bed, no problem, went down there. I had to troubleshoot. I didn't get home till like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. And I told Keenan I was getting on the highway at 8, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like the sacrifices that I made for this job outside of that, I felt like the way that they treated me in between it didn't add up.
Yeah.
And I'm not going. And I get what you're saying because you were telling the truth. Did I get paid for it? Absolutely. Was it an inconvenience? Absolutely. And I get your theory behind it, but too many of those piling up, I'm not dealing with it because I understand who I am as a person and I understand my skill set. Only people that do like deal with stuff like that, like I don't need that.
Hold on, but we're not arguing any of that. But we're just trying to give you what you keep obviously rejecting, enough maturity and credit to say like you know how to talk to people. That's it. But you keep rejecting this idea.
I'm not rejecting that.
I don't think you're rejecting it.
No, Keenan's trying to project some bullshit right now. Is what he's trying to do.
No, Jay, I've told you this to your face off this camera. You need to stop talking to people like that, especially ones.
I don't talk to everybody like that, though. Come on,
everybody.
No, it's not everybody, but it's every response that's like that. It's the same response from you.
Okay, I got a question though to answer.
All right, you too. We've been rocking with y'all. Appreciate y'all checking in, man. Y'all know the stream will be here. Appreciate y'all every Monday. Y'all know how